Welcome back to a new video. When I first watched The Rule of Jenny Penn, I wasn't sure what to expect. On the surface, it looks like a psychological horror set in the claustrophobic space of a care home. But very quickly, it becomes something stranger, darker, and at times uncomfortably funny. It's one of those films where atmosphere, performance, and symbolism matter more than logical consistency. And that's part of its charm. One of the things that stood out for me is how unsettling the film is without relying on gore or big jump scares. Instead, the tension comes from the atmosphere and the characters, especially the dynamic between Geoffrey Rush and John Lithgow. Rush plays fragility beautifully, the mix of pride and helplessness in a man who has lost control of his body but still clings to his mind. But in my humble opinion, the film belongs to John Lithgow. Lithgow has always had that ability to play both warmth and menace, sometimes in the same scene. Here, as Dave Creeley, he's chilling because he feels so real. He's not a monster in the traditional sense. He's an ordinary man with a streak of cruelty, and the puppet Jenny Penn becomes the tool through which that cruelty flows. Watching Lithgow shift from a seemingly harmless old man to someone who dominates the entire room is thrilling. He makes evil look playful, and that's what makes it terrifying. Now, about those moments that don't quite add up. Yes, I found myself wondering where the staff were during certain scenes. A modern care facility without cameras or with absent personnel feels unlikely. It's strange to imagine these acts happening unchecked, but at the same time I realize that the film isn't going for realism in the strict sense. It plays almost like a fever dream, where logic bends so that dread can take center stage. What really works in The Rule of Jenny Penn is how it explores themes that are often ignored in cinema: aging, vulnerability, and the cruelty people can inflict when power is uneven. It made me reflect on how society treats the elderly, how quickly people can become invisible once they lose independence. The horror here isn't just the puppet, it's the fear of being powerless, forgotten, and at the mercy of others. If you, like me, admire John Lithgow, this film is a fascinating playground for his darker instincts, comedic, theatrical, and chilling all at once. And seeing him spar with Geoffrey Rush, himself always magnetic, makes The Rule of Jenny Penn much more than a survival story. It's a haunting exploration of aging, power, memory, and the horrors that can lurk inside institutions we trust. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and give the video a like. It really helps the channel grow. And let me know in the comments, what do you think about the movie? And if you haven't watched it yet, I recommend you do. I love to hear your thoughts. Stay tuned for more. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye.